The injury situation with Darius Garland has taken a major turn. He was out Saturday. He may be out for the next game in Game 4 against the Heat. How bad is this injury, and where do the Cavaliers go from here? Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest, getting ready for Game 4 tonight against the Miami Heat, hoping the Cavs can kind of pull off a sweep and move on from there. Indiana wrapping up against Milwaukee. Knicks wrapping up against Detroit. Cavaliers need to wrap it up against the Miami Heat and move on. However, eyes have kind of shifted. Saturday, we learned of Darius Garland's late scratch from the lineup. We knew he was limping at the end of a game. I mean, I'm talking about all the twists and turns right now. I mean, there's been some major ones, and still questionable for Game 4. No real update on his injuries. Not many statements from him. Kenny Atkinson, the team. Cavs are figuring it out. They're going to have to move on and move forward. They did really well without him Saturday, so we'll discuss that. Who's replacing him minutes-wise, play-wise, efficiency-wise, and how you feel about Darius Garland for this Cavs playoff run. How willing you'd be to let him have a series off, a game off, a week off, whatever it may be. But welcome back to Cavs Digest. You've seen the addition of my guy Matt, adding videos to the channel, getting more involved, so we appreciate him. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. You're getting all my info, my videos, his videos, reacting in the chats. I love when people are debating and kind of throwing different things out there in the chat. Terrific stuff. So really excited for that. So getting to the Darius Garland situation, as I said, Saturday, I'm preparing for the game. I'm watching the game. I guess it does go back to Game 2. Towards the end of the game, Garland bangs into the bench in a mini collision of feet. Comes up limping. He was limping for the rest of the game. However, he didn't really mention it at the end. Kenny Atkinson didn't really mention it at the end of the game. Didn't really hear much else about it. We then heard he would give it a go before the game on Saturday, that he was still a little sore. And then all of a sudden, lineup comes out, no Darius Garland. I think for me, it was kind of a shock. And I feel like I followed the Cavaliers pretty well. Just didn't hear much about it. Next thing you know, he's out, not a part of the lineup. Sam Merrill got more minutes because of it. Isaac Okoro got a little more time before. But, of course, it was Ty Jerome getting those minutes for the Cavaliers. We'll get into that soon. So, you know, now all eyes are on Garland going forward. Luckily, the Cavaliers win, right? They dominate, actually. I think it would have been a hotter topic to wonder if they had lost. How soon can they get Garland back? What can they do to make Garland, heal faster, get him more time? Or what can they change in the offense so they're not missing him so badly, right? And then at this point in time, what we're hearing is he's a maybe for Game 4. And I think that brings up a lot of questions for Darius Garland. So as I said, the injury revealed it is a toe injury, right? So obviously not easy to move around. We know the type of player Darius Garland is, very shifty, fast, quick, fluid. So a toe injury is not something you're going to shake off very easily. Now this was key today. I saw this from Chris Fedor. Same injury that he had been struggling with towards the end of the regular season. Also, not something I really picked up on, not something many people were talking about, was that he was battling an injury towards the end of the season. In fact, we were discussing on this channel and in the comments below, which you can comment below on how you remember this time frame for him, that they sat Mitchell the final 5 games and gave Garland that time to get his shot back, which he did. He played really, really well during that stretch, and now it's revealed by Chris Fedor that he was grinding through a toe injury. It was starting to bother him a little bit, and now we're at the point in the playoffs where he's dealing with it once again. Now, look, this all comes back to the fact, yes, it's the first round. Yes, the Cavaliers are actually playing pretty well, so it's not hindering them necessarily. However, it's still notable that Garland has I would describe at this point, a nagging toe injury. If he was grinding through it at the end of the regular season, and now he's hurt, couldn't truly get through 2 weeks without it. Couldn't truly do 2 straight weeks without it. So first off, what's your level of concern with this injury? I described it as nagging. It worries me the way he plays, the way he moves. A toe injury, not going to be good for Darius Garland. I don't know how the whole cortisone thing could factor in and grind through it. I suppose it's possible, but you can drop down in the comments below and play doctor and leave some comments as to what you think about it there. Having a great playoffs. He's been terrific. We've all been very excited for the season he's had, the bounce-back year. This is upsetting to see. But, it is what it is. 24 points in these playoffs. He's only played 2 games, but 24, 7, and almost 3 is really, really good. Just terrific. And I know Miami obviously has outed themselves as not a real contender of any kind. But that's where we're at with Garland. Now, question going forward is Ty Jerome, right? That's the guy filling in. 15, almost 5, and almost 4 in his 3 games in these playoffs. Ty Jerome, how comfortable are you with Ty Jerome getting Darius Garland's minutes? Obviously, he's up for 6th man of the year, right? Playing tremendous basketball. Comes in against Miami in Game 3 there and really, really proved himself. He was a plus 33 at one point. That 13 and 11 was awesome. I know he's a microwave scorer and a 6-man scorer and a fidgety run up and down the floor guy. This was great proof for me that when Ty Jerome is a huge part of this offense, it's not all dash to the basket floaters. He assisted well. The 2 steals, he grinded on defense, and he looked really, really good. I mean, you want to jump into the is Ty Jerome good discussion, then hey, we're just going to fall back on you're underrating him. He's had a hell of a season, 6th man of the year conversation. I know what Ty Jerome is, right? I know at this point in time what Ty Jerome is. I've watched him enough this season. He's been a terrific story. He means so much to the Cavaliers. The question could fall, though, is his play, his role, impressive enough to give fans some confidence in resting Darius Garland? That's the big question for me. So, yeah, Saturday he was tremendous. Really, really good. A perfect, you look again, a perfect 13 and 11, plus 33, good on defense, running up and down the floor, just pestering Miami on both sides of the ball. That was perfect. Everybody ate with him at the point guard position. You can go back and watch my video on Jarrett Allen and DeAndre Hunter shining in that game. But the real question is, if you want to rest Darius Garland right now, what do you want to do? A week? 2 weeks? Would you be comfortable with resting him the entire next round? Let's say they draw Indiana and his toe doesn't feel better. Will you give him that entire series off? What if he comes back, plays, and it hurts again, or it's even worse? Then would you give him the rest of the series off? And who do his minutes go to? Obviously, Ty Jerome's the de facto, but Sam Merrill's done okay in these playoffs. DeAndre Hunter playing a separate 6-man role, more Max Strus minutes, more Isaac Okoro. Drop down in the comments. This is a big discussion, and things have taken a turn here. This went from just being a little bit of limping at the end of a game to needing time off to, hey, actually, this has been an injury for him for about a month now at this point. And again, I love the discourse with everyone, discussing, talking, giving their opinion. How much rest should Darius Garland get? Should we give him 2 weeks off to get his toe right? Should we let him come back, play in a game, and test it and see how it feels when he's hurt? And again, those minutes, do they automatically go to Ty Jerome, the true 6th man of the year? Or should they spread them out amongst, hey, it's the playoffs, more Mitchell minutes. Hey, it's the playoffs, more Allen, Mobley. Or does it go to Okoro, Merrill? A lot to answer. Be sure to subscribe and drop down in the comments here on Cavs Digest.